I'm at a point in my life, I just turned 53, and
happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I felt like it was time for me to give back to the community. And I thought, well, what do I have to offer? It's like, well, I do have all this talent that I've been sitting on for the last 35 years. Maybe it's time to dust that off. And, and I went through various sort of ideas about, stage productions but then I thought, what about Rail?
Oh, here we go.
What about Rail?
What about Rail?
What?
Rail?
I ask that question every morning.
Every morning.
I'm just like, I get out of my bed and I'm like, what about Rail?
Yeah, and then you hear a little ding on your phone and you're like, text message. What's that?
Text message. Who's that?
Oh, it's Geoff the Angerman Garlock, and he's texting.
What about Rail?
What about Rail?
There it is. Wow.
Now, for people who maybe it's been maybe a few weeks since they've listened to Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, I'm sure
Sucks
not everybody is immersed in this as we are.
Yeah.
Rail, of course, the Puerto Rican street tough. Our hero, anti-hero, you could say, of The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway.
Yes, it is.
And it's one of those shows that just no one has ever bothered to really take to the stage since the original Genesis tour.
Not at all.
And
I also, not to interrupt you there, Gavin, but I do have to say, I've got
to interrupt.
I do have to interrupt because I was there when Petey was writing this.
Oh,
you did.
I was over in London. I had gone over to slap Eric Clapton around. To just be like, get back to playing guitar and shut your mouth. So that's usually what I would do that at least once a quarter. I'd fly over to London and just slap Eric Clapton around. But Petey was like, well, I've got this new thing. You should come over in here. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll do it. And he's like, you know what, Wisp? I think I'm going to portray myself as a Puerto Rican street tough. Mm-hmm. You think I can pull that off? And I say, it's 1974. Why not?
Anything goes.
Anything goes. But now it's 2023, Gavin. You think that still applies?
Well, they were coming off, selling England by the pound, and he was kind of. I want to make my next magnum opus about America, and I think he had been to New York at least 3 or 4 times by then, and so he got it.
That's all you need.
Just one time. It was one time,
wow.
And it was a layover at LaGuardia. He was in. He was like,
he was able to pick all that up,
and then whoop back out, and then he went to
America's airport, and
that's America's airport.
I mean, that just shows you the level of talent that somebody like Peter Gabriel can be sitting on the tarmac 100%. And just all of a sudden have this amazing story that that he's the gift he gave to us. Yeah, and I feel like we've never given it. We've never, it's our turn to sort of pay it forward. Peter Gabriel gave us Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. I want to give it to Verde.
It's like being in line of the drive-through at Burger Tools, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna pay for the asshole behind me.
Yeah,
that's what you're doing by bringing Lamb Lies Down to Broadway, one-man production to the Enormo Dome. Now, when we talk Enormo Dome, Gavin, we do have to go to traffic really quickly here in a second, but I do want to say, when we talk Enormo Dome, I'm pretty sure we talk Enormo cost. What is this personally costing you, Gavin? Did you...
I don't really want to get into the dollars and cents of it all.
You might not want to, but you could.
Yeah, you probably should.
I mean, it's hard to say what my actual payout will be at the end of the day.
Right.
I would say that tickets are moving, steadily.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, I definitely feel like I'm expecting an uptick over the next couple weeks. Obviously interviews like this. I mean, I'm assuming this will probably sell 5,000 to 10,000.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Probably.
That's the classic 108.9 The Hawk with Sterlington Morning Show bump. I mean, that just
Yeah.
comes naturally.
5 to 10,000
5 to
tickets
10,000
sold.
easily.
Anytime you come on the Wiz Turlington Show, I do have to say to the listener, if you want free tickets, we're giving them away. 108.9 The Hawk. Now, we have paid for these, Gavin. We have
Free.
paid for these.
You have paid for these.
No, we
They're
paid.
covered.
We paid for 2 tickets,
Okay.
and we're giving them away.
Oh.
Caller number 19
Wait, that was
right
you guys.
now.
That was you guys who bought those two?
Yeah. So
Ah,
caller
shoot.
number 19 right now.
So-
Give us a ring, and we will give you those tickets to see Gavin. So 2
That's
tickets.
disappointing. That means I guess that tickets haven't been selling quite as steadily as I thought, maybe because I had assumed that those 2 were for someone else.
Oh no, we bought those. We bought those.
We got those. Don't you? But again,
Yeah,
you're
yes.
going to get that 5 to 10,000 bump, and now you only need what 4,998 to 9,998.
That's
bump.
just math.